And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Minecraft. Alright. Look at that. We've got Resonant Ender. I put some buckets in here. Put some buckets in here and it fills the buckets. Put them in here. So we've got 16 buckets of Resonant Ender. What do we use these for? Oh, let's click off there. Use. We use lead dust and pulverized platinum with the bucket to make Enderium. And unfortunately, I don't think we have... Ooh, we have a little bit of lead dust. So, END. Let's use. Click that. Now, unfortunately, for some reason, AE doesn't like shift clicking with this. So, we're just going to do that. So, that's 12 Enderium. Let's get some sand. Because yes, to use this, we need to smelt it in that induction smelter with sand to get what we want. And we're just going to throw a little bit of that in there. Craft it up nice and quick. So eventually we'll be able to craft those in large quantities. But I wanted to get some Enderium in there just to show everybody that we are now at the Enderium level, which is beautiful. So moving forward, we're going to want to make some tools that are just awesome. So let's put the ingot cast away, and we're going to throw in the 4 cobalt ore, and then all of the fluxed electrum. Oh, looks like we are one shy of that. These should not alloy together at all. So it's going to take a little bit of lava to smelt all these down because they are a pretty advanced system. While those are going, what I want to do, I was looking at the tool materials, and I decided for the tool binding for my excavator, I am going to use prismarine. Or it's not the head and it's not the handle, it's the extra, this binding. It gives me the aqua dynamic, which means the tool is unhindered by water and loves rainy evenings. I'm not sure what that means, but it's unhindered by water, which means if I'm digging for, oh, I don't know, clay or whatever, I can be underwater and it can dig fast. So I want to see prismarine. See how many of these we can make. We can make at least 3. That's what we need. So if we go over to the part builder, and I wanted to point out, when you look at the tool materials, the little icons on the sides actually tell you how to make it. So the prismarine shows that this can be crafted in the part builder versus, say, let's look at an ore. This can be cast from molten cobalt. So that means you need to melt it down first. The ones that have the part builder on here, you actually can use the part builder directly. You don't have to smelt any of it down. So if we go here, we're going to pull out the cobblestone. We want the tough binding. And we're going to put this in here. There it is. Aquadynamic tough binding. Likewise, we're going to want to do the same thing for the tough tool rod and the pink slime. So this thing is pretty pricey as far as slime goes, but it's, again, going to be awesome. So 1, 2 of those gives me the tool rods that I'm going to need for this. And let's go in here. So there we are. Molten fluxed electrum and molten cobalt. Let's put in this last one here. So the cobalt is on the bottom. So we're going to first smelt down or cast ourselves the hammer head. So right in there. That's 8 ingots worth of material going in there. So we should have 8 left when it's done. And that's going to take some time to cool. So let's get our excavator head ready, and we're going to need the plate as well. That should be this should be smelted by the time we are ready to use the molten fluxed electrum. And this is done. Let me pull that out. We're going to put the excavator head in. We're done with the hammerhead. And now we have molten cobalt. We have the excavator. Let's pour that in there. Dun, 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 dun. And this thing will be so awesome. So the hammerhead, durability 780, cobalt level mining, mining speed 12, attack 4.1. Not bad. So tool rod, hammerhead. We're going to have this tool rod and this binding for the excavator, but we need plates, and the plates are going to be made out of this fluxed electrum stuff, which is glorious. So there is the excavator, and now we need to pull that out, and let's put in the plate cast. So now the only thing that's left in there is the molten fluxed electrum, so let's pour that out. You don't really see this. I wish you could. You don't really see that pouring out, but these are also 8 ingots a piece. That's kind of why I put so much in there. And yeah, they take a minute to actually cool down. Once that is done, I'll be able to actually craft. Let's go grab some redstone, because I want to do some augmenting. Not that. I want a couple of those. I don't really need fortune on this, but I would like. I'm not really sure what other ones I want to put on there. Okay, that's almost done. Gotta wait for it to cool. It'll hiss when it's done. There it is. So we're gonna pour another one of those right away. So let's go over here, and we're gonna craft the excavator first. So that is the big plate. There's the cobalt head. There's the slimy handle, and there is the tool binding. We're gonna name this Dirt Digger. Dirt Digger. That's gonna be what it is. Dirt Digger. There it is. Now, the total durability, 8,050 on the Dirt Digger. Because we used cobalt, the fluxed electrum, and then the slime, the pink slime handle, gave us another 2,000. So, yeah, 8,000 durability. I think that the hammer, once it's done, we should have exactly 8 left. Yep. Once the hammer is done, I think it's going to have a durability over 1,000. Or over 10,000, I mean. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Because it doesn't have a binding. So we're going to take that and we're going to pour that out. So we're going to get the hammer now. We need one more. As you can see, there's no binding with the hammer, so we couldn't do that. With the excavator, though, let's put the excavator in here. And let's see. We're going to try to get haste up that far. Well, so now it's got, see the modifiers 2? If we try to do that again, it's going to take another modifier. And I don't know if I want to do that. So we can take a peek at modifiers really quick. Since these are not weapons, these are just tools, we can look at, more tool-based ones. So we don't need sharp. We could use a diamond or an emerald to add durability, but we're already at 1,000 durability. Silk touch might be nice. That might be nice. Reinforced adds. Might be able to do reinforced. That would make it last a lot longer. Let's see. Soulbound would be kind of cool. We could do mending moss too. I'm not sure actually how to even make that stuff. It's been a long time.
Mossy cobblestone.
Oh, yeah.
And a fluid transposer.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the glowing. Yeah, see, I'm not really sure what I want to do. Could do luck. I definitely want luck on my hammer. Or silk touch. Either one. I'm leaning more towards silk touch on my hammer. So I think that is done. So let's do... Oh, let's click the hammer. Shift that in there. These can go in. And this is going to be Uber hammer. All right. Are we ready for this? The Uber hammer. 10,875 durability. That is a beautiful thing. That's going to last a very, very long time. And let's add a little bit of haste to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be a modifier. Now we've got haste. Now let's look at what it takes to get some silk touch, which we need the silky jewel. So the silky jewel, this can imbibe silk touch into your thing. So we need silky cloth, which we should have a little bit of. We have 4. I think that might be enough for the silky jewel. Yes, silky jewel. So if we go over here, back to the tool forge, we're going to put the hammer on and the silky jewel, which gives it silk touch. So now we've got silk touch on this thing. Well, I think we're going to want to make it a little bit more durable. So it's already got 10,000 durability. So increasing any percent of that is going to go a very, very long ways. So if we look at reinforced, adding reinforced plate to the tool seems to help with its durability. So that will increase durability, but it doesn't tell you how much durability. Whereas if we put like an emerald on it, let's get where are my emeralds? There it is. So the diamond, adding a diamond to the edge of the tool makes it more resilient and increases what the tool can mine. Extra durability, minor stat increase, and the mining level doesn't matter because we're already at a cobalt mining level. And the emerald makes it especially resilient, and it's a 50% durability increase just for one emerald. And yeah, I think we'll take the 50% durability increase. So emerald, we should have a few of these. Oh yeah, I still haven't shown off my skin. Yeah, I finally got a custom skin, and let's show that off there. There we go. It is. I looked through many pages of skins that are out there, and this is the Ender Wizard, I believe, is what this one was called. So yeah, I'm now a mysterious Ender Wizard, which is kind of cool. Okay, going in here, I'm gonna put the hammer in and an emerald. 16,312 durability. How about that? So I come in here, check this out. Boink. It's just, I mean, it's just glorious. So what are we gonna do with this much power? Well, let's see. We'll go to the excavator here. We'll show you that this indeed takes out 3x3s, but it only does dirt, sand, gravel, anything shovelable. That's what it works on. So I built these to help dig all this over here. The alternate way of digging is using power and a drill from Actually Editions. So if we look at a drill, a lot of different drills in here. They're all basically the same. They're just dyed different colors. So if we look, uses diamantine, Inori crystal blocks, a drill core, which I've actually looted. So I've actually got one of these, but we can craft them if we really need one. But they use power. And it says crystal flux, but RF works just as well. But we have no way of charging those up. So if we come out here, all this area over here is up for the pickings. But we don't want to clutter up our inventory with blocks and dirt and all sorts of things. So we're going to look at a void sack here, which uses a traveler's sack, which uses a void crystal block. I don't even know if we have a void crystal block. Looks like we don't. Void crystal blocks is a block of coal, basically. So you can put these down and hit the thing, and it'll turn it into a void crystal block. I don't know if you can actually drop them like that. Oh, I guess you can. Yay. So that's a void crystal block. So void sack, traveler sack. There's the traveler sack. We're going to probably want one of those too. The void sack is a little obsidian. This thing, if we bring up some, let's see, marble. Oh, we don't really have much of anything. What you can do with this is whitelist or blacklist things that it actually puts in, and it'll auto insert on. Okay, so we want to whitelist all we have 4 options here that we can whitelist. So it will pull objects out of our inventory as we have them. So for one, I want to do andesite. So andesite will go in, and we can dump all of that. I kind of want to keep the smooth stone because we're now silk touching the stone. We're gonna need some smooth stone for some things, namely like bricks. So I kind of want to keep that. But other things, let's see if we have other things and stuff in here. Namely, no, that's snow. We want marble, limestone, and diorite. Those are going to be my void items. So limestone, marble, and diorite. That is what we're gonna do for voiding. So now when I mine those, we can't have it in our hand, as you saw, or you may have seen in a little pop-up that came up. So take this out of my hand. Now if I mine the andesite, so there's andesite right here. If I mine this, what's in my inventory? Stone. There's a little bit of stone in here. The andesite was automatically voided. So there's the stone. This is awesome. Now, let's go see how much more string we've got, because I need some string. Oh wow, look at this. We got a little bit of string in here. This crate is filling up fast. But I like it. All sorts of mob drops. Who needs a wool farm when you've got 1,000 string? So we're gonna want a yep, we're gonna want a traveler sack, similar to the void sack, only this one has actually inventory. Okay, we want to blacklist some things though. We want to blacklist the things that are voided. So let's go over here, and we're going to want 1 andesite, 1 diorite, a marble, and a limestone. So we're going to open our traveler sack, and we're going to blacklist these. So those are blacklisted: marble, diorite, and andesite. Okay, so now the traveler sack is ready to go. The void sack is ready to go. We can now dig pretty consistently and have things automatically be put in our inventory. Well, what's going into our inventory? Nothing is going into our inventory. Because it should be... Oh, auto insert on. I forgot about that. So let's try that again. Now there should... Yeah, nothing is in our inventory. It's all going into the traveler sack. And the best part about this is you can actually... let's bring a chest out to show this off. Because we're coming up to the wrapping up point here. So if you have a chest that you know, are processing stuff in, you can take the traveler sack and right click the chest. Or is it sneak right click? It might be sneak right click. Yep, there it is. And it takes stuff out of the sack, puts it into the chest. So you can have a chest that your AE system automatically imports into, and it will pull all the stuff. You can sneak right click it, it will pull it out and push it into whatever system you have to process whatever you pick up on your travels, which is nice. I like that effect. So we are ready for some ground clearing and filling, because there's going to be a lot of filling in over there, because there's a lot of little pockets of water and all sorts of stuff. And what we're planning on building, I've got a building design that I've fleshed out. It's going to be a pretty epic building, and I think people are going to be happy, because it's nothing like what quote unquote other YouTubers do. So maybe some other YouTubers. I mean, my sample size is not very big, so you know, it is what it is. I gotta clear up the rest of this fence. It's annoying me. But anyway, that is some really advanced tools that will help. What was that? Eggs? Throwing eggs at me. So that's an excavator and a Uber hammer, nice tinkerer's hammer, the void sack and the traveler sack to help you on your mining adventures. So you can basically go down to your mine. If we go down all the way down here, I should add another little bit more headroom down here. But I think there's, yeah, a little...
I love this nest.
A little pocket over here. So since we're silk touching it, we're not going to be loading up on redstone and, you know, stuff that, you know, we need, but we don't need like uber amounts of. So we're going to eventually use thousands of it, but it's nice to, you know, get a little bit of it. Doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it is vein mining with the hammer. That is one thing I didn't anticipate. But you can see my inventory is completely empty, even though I've been mining down here. So we can just go along the line here. The only thing it doesn't do for you is put on torches. But and look at that, we busted out into another cave. How about that? And my inventory still empty. If we look at the traveler stack, look at all that glorious stuff in there. Beautiful stuff. All right, well, that'll do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.